Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to my channel. I hope you are all really well. I have been offline for a couple of months and I'm really sorry, it wasn't intentional. I just ended up taking some time out, I guess, and I have just thrown myself back into work and I've actually been working a lot more than I usually do. And time has just flown. I've just been, involved with my boys, and yeah, so I've tried to film. I've tried to film a few vlogs and I've ended up deleting them because I'm very out of practice. But I am getting quite a lot of messages. Thank you so much. And I just thought I really need to just do it. Even if I'm not happy with it, I just need to do it. So that's what I'm doing today. Thought I would just do a vlog. We can catch up, I can show you what I'm eating, and yeah, so let me know how you are. It would be really lovely to hear from you in the comments below, and just let me know how things are, what you've been up to, how your weight loss journeys are going, if you're on one and you're happy to share. And yeah, I'm really out of breath. I've just been kind of running around upstairs. I'm in a very casual look at the moment. It's currently 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. I am starting work actually in half an hour. I'm doing a bit of extra work that I don't normally do, so I can do that from home, which is great, which is why I'm looking like this. I have got to take my son to a, I don't really know what it is, it's like a beavers event later, and I'm staying with him, so it's 4 hours and we're doing Lego building and then we're going on a hike. So it's freezing outside. The weather has just suddenly plummeted, so that will be fun. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to at least going and just spending the time with him. And but it does mean that, because that starts, I'm working until 12. That gives me enough time to just get some lunch and get ready, and then we've got to be there at 2 o'clock, and that goes on until 6. So by the time we get home, we don't live very far at all. But yeah, it's going to be a late evening meal. I've got to figure that out actually. I think what I'm going to do is put the slow cooker on. I'm looking down here because I've got a whole host of bits and bobs I'm going to use to create a mixture in the slow cooker. So I thought I would share it with you. Sorry if you hear banging around. I think my kids have just got up finally. So this is what I'm going to put in the slow cooker. I've got a tin of black beans. I've got a tin of cannellini beans, I've got some chopped tomatoes and then some passata, so that will all go in with some chopped up onion and probably some pepper as well. And then I'm just going to use loads of spices, so I've got oregano, smoked paprika, I've got some turmeric, that I'm not going to use, turmeric and ground black pepper, put the two together. And then I also love this, I haven't used it for a while, some chili and smoked paprika seasoning. If you're on Slimming World, this does have a small sin value. I think it's like 1 sin for a teaspoon, but I literally just do a small shake and it goes across multiple people. Yeah, so I've got some red onions, 2 very small ones. I'm just going to chop those up. I'm really not very good at chopping. I just keep chopping my fingers. I don't know if you can see that, but I took a chunk out of my thumb the other day. I'm just not, and this knife isn't even very sharp anymore. When it was new and sharp, I was constantly cutting my fingers. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. Do you know what's funny though? I can literally remember standing here, turning on the camera and saying, oh, happy Halloween, it's Halloween today, or happy November, and none of those videos have actually made it out. I think I've probably made about 4 videos. I don't know, I've lost my confidence with it, and yeah, I've just gone off track with it, but I'm going to try and bring it back now. I actually think 1 onion's going to be enough, so I'm only going to put 1 in. So I've just got this pepper, which I've just dropped on the floor and smashed it. But yeah, I've just got this pepper, which I'm going to use. It's really cool, it's like all multicoloured, but look, I've just dropped it on the floor and it's just completely smashed. Anyway, that's helped me with chopping it up. So yeah, we're in the last week of November now, which is absolutely crazy. I can't actually believe it. But it is now, as well, unbelievably, we're now literally about to hit the 1 year anniversary of my breast cancer diagnosis, which I just can't believe it. The last year has just been absolutely crazy. But it also means I'm about to have my annual mammogram. So I'm having that in a few days. I literally just go and have the scan, and then apparently it's about 2 to 3 weeks wait for the results at the moment, which is a long... do you know what it is? It's just doing this on top of Christmas when, you know, the kids are like getting all excited and everyone's like getting all festive, and I feel like my life is on hold. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's going to be fine, but you never know, do you? And, you know, I know people who have been through this, and I know people who have had, you know, an outcome, the worst outcome from that scan. And I think that's what it is that I find even harder, is that, you know, I've seen it happen. But, you know, you just got to be positive, haven't you? I would say mostly I'm okay, really, but I've had a few bad days. Weirdly, it seems that it's only really sort of getting to me when I'm at work, whether it's just because I happen to have been working the days when I've just had a bad day, or whether it's because I am too hectic during the day. It's just messing up my emotions, I don't know, but yeah, generally speaking, I'm okay. I have started taking tamoxifen again. So in my last update, I said that basically my breast care nurse had told me to come off the medication. So I did, and it was amazing. And I felt great after a couple of weeks. I felt really good. And then she said to go back on it. I was only meant to come off it for a month, I think. But I ended up coming off it for 2 months. I just didn't want to go back on it. Me and tamoxifen don't have the best relationship, and yeah, it wasn't, but you know, it's a life-saving drug at the end of the day for many people, and it could be for me. And I think that's what I needed to switch my my kind of thought process around tamoxifen, and just be like, well, you know, this could save my life, even though it's unlikely, because my benefit is really small in taking it. It's entire, you know, it's I'm taking it for a reason, and I'm trying to switch my mindset a little bit. And actually, I had a really rough first like 3-4 weeks, but then I got my next box, and it was a brand that I've had before, and I'm fine now. I was getting like really bad nausea and headaches. It was awful, but I seem to be okay now. So the worst of that has worn off. Occasionally I get a bit nauseous, but not too bad. So yeah, back on the tamoxifen, and I plan to try and stick it out for 6 months, and just see how the side effects go. I know that, you know, I'm only 2 months back. I've only been back on it for 2 months, so I know that you know, I know that it can get a lot worse as yet. But anyway, right, I'm gonna get these beans in. So I've chopped the onion and the pepper. I've put that in the slow cooker. Then I'm now just gonna rinse off these beans and add those in as well. Here we go. Sorry about the lighting. It is so dark outside, but yeah, I've got the beans and the pepper and the onion all added in. So then I'm just gonna add some chopped tomatoes and give that a good stir. And then I'll just add in the passata, that a good mix. I think I'm going to add some peas into this as well today. So that's the peas in. Usually I'll defrost the peas before I put them in, but I've not been that organised today. And there I've just added all the spices. I don't have a set amount, I literally just put in what I think, but you've got the turmeric in there, the smoked paprika, a little bit of black pepper. Apparently, to absorb the curcumin from the turmeric, you need to add a very tiny amount of black pepper, so you don't need much. And then I've got some oregano, and I think that might be about it. Oh, and the smoked paprika and chili seasoning. So yeah, I'll just give that a really good stir, and then I'm going to pop that on for about 9 hours on low. Okay, so keep moving the camera around. Sorry, you're in my cupboard, by the way. Welcome back to my cupboard. It's been a while since you've been in there. So yeah, and my door just flaps. My kitchen's super old and needs changing. So yeah. So in here, last night I made this little bowl here. Doesn't look that appetizing, does it? I put 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. I'm looking at my cupboard. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, level tablespoons, and then 2 level tablespoons of flaxseed. This is amazing. This is such a big bag. It was slightly on offer and I'm so happy with it. I don't know why, but this bag just makes me so happy. Anyway, I've 2 level tablespoons of that. So if you're on Slimming World, I think, bear in mind, I don't have the app at the moment, so I can't be absolutely certain on sins. And I know chia seeds can vary, but generally speaking, I would probably use the chia seeds as my sin and the flaxseed as my healthy extra. I was getting confused and I was going to say the chia seeds is my healthy extra, but chia seeds are so low in sins. So roughly speaking, 2 tablespoons of flaxseed is a healthy extra B choice, but roughly speaking on sins, chia seeds for 2 tablespoons is 2.5 sins, roughly. I think some can be 3 sins, but anyway, I think that's really quite good. So what I did was I put them in here and then I soaked them in 120 mils of Outpro oat milk, this one, the no sugars, so 120 mils of that. You can have about 330 mils of this on Healthy Extra A choice, I think. But yeah, so I soaked that and then all the chia seeds swell up and it just becomes, you know, very gloopy. It doesn't sound very nice, does it? But I love it. I'm going to have this before I start work. Apparently it's really good to eat chia seeds in the morning. So normally I take them to work and have them, I guess, for lunch, but I'm going to have them this morning. And then overnight I've defrosted some fruit. So in here there's just raspberries and some breakfast topper, which you can get from most supermarkets. It's in the freezer and it's basically diced up pineapple, peach, strawberry, mango, I think. And it's really tasty. So yeah, I'm just gonna add some yogurt on the top and then I'm also gonna make a coffee. I am gonna make a Tassimo Kenko Americano. I'm limiting myself to 1 of these a day because they're so expensive. But if you do buy these, there's 16 pods in a box. If you do buy these, they're currently on offer in Tesco's. 3 packets for £11. That is a really good price. It puts them at like £3. I think it's like £3.66 for 1 box, which is so much cheaper than they normally retail for. But I have just been sent a 35% code from Tassimo for Black Friday, so I might actually put in an online order. So yeah, I'm going to use about 100 mils of my oat no sugars in my coffee. And breakfast is done. So this is what it looks like. Yum. I forgot to say, on top of the chia and flax, I put in some Fage Greek 0% yogurt. This is my absolute favourite. This is just well actually the Yo Valley one, the new Yo Valley one as well, is really, really delicious. But this one seems to be on offer between Tesco's and Sainsbury's all the time. And Tesco's and Sainsbury's are my local supermarkets, so I'm always buying that one. And I've made my coffee. I look forward to this every single day. I look forward to my first sip of coffee. I'll call it my coffee moment. So good. My kids are fighting upstairs, so I better go and deal with that because I've got to get ready for work. It's 25 to 8 now, start at 8 o'clock. So I need to go and get myself set up and logged on and all of that fun stuff. And yeah, I'll catch up with you again after work. Hey again, so we are much later on now. It is 1:07 and I finished work. I was really, really hungry. So I reheated what was left from last night's dinner. So basically I made this kind of bolognese mixture. I don't know how else to describe it. In it, I put red onion, a little bit of orange pepper that was just left from the day before in the fridge, some frozen corn mince, but I only used a real small amount just for some texture. And then I added in a tin of green lentils in water. So I just rinsed them off and added those in. And then I just added a tin of chopped tomatoes, a carton of passata, loads of seasoning as I always do, garlic powder, oregano, smoked paprika, all the usual stuff. Some black beans. There was just a few black beans left from the previous day, so I just put those in as well. Basically, whatever I had in the fridge that was left over, I put in it. And yeah, so I just cooked that up, and we had that last night for our dinner, and there was some left today, so I just reheated that. And then I added a frozen cauliflower rice pouch. These are from Tesco's, and they are sin-free, I believe, so this whole meal would have been sin-free on Slimming World. And you just heat them up in the microwave for a few minutes. So yeah, basically I had a microwave meal, but it was a home cooked one. So yeah, and just being the real life person that I am, I ate it out of the oven dish. So anyway, I've got a little bit of time before I need to leave, not long, but long enough. I'm still craving a little something. So I'm actually going to make myself another coffee, but I'm going to have a decaf one because I've got some of these decaf pods. I actually bought these in January before I went into hospital for my operation. I placed this massive order with Tassimo because I keep getting codes, money off codes. I got it was either 30% or 35% off code. So yeah, I placed this massive order in January, and I ordered loads of decaf ones, and I've not had so many decaf, so I've still got, I think I've got this box, and then I think I've got another 2 or 3 whole packets. So anyway, you didn't need to know all that. I'm going to have a decaf, another 100 ml of oat milk, and then I'm also going to add a little dash of this Sweet Freedom barista coffee syrup. It's a caramel flavour. I got this from Aldi a few weeks ago. I don't use it very often. I tend to have it as like the afternoon pick-me-up if I need one, but I really love Sweet Freedom because it's natural and it is a little bit more expensive. I think this was £2.49. I've got the vanilla one as well, but I haven't opened that one yet. I'll use this one and then I will use the vanilla one, but this is vegan and it's also no refined sugar, and yeah, I just love that. I don't know what sins this would be because I don't have the app to scan it. It says that per 5 ml it's 16.7 calories, so I guess I don't know how much 5 ml is. I might measure out what I put in my cup today, but for 5 ml being 16.7, probably going to be about 1 sin for 5 ml. I'm not sure. Please don't go by what I say. I really don't know because I've never seen this before when I was at Slimming World, so I've got no idea. But I got really excited when I saw it because I thought, oh, a natural coffee syrup. I actually got myself off coffee syrups because I was using the skinny syrups ones, and then I thought, oh, they're just made with so many chemicals, and yeah, so I got myself off them. But then I normally don't have any sweetener in my coffee, but because I really fancy something sweet now, this is going to be my new best friend, I think. So I'm going to make that, and then I'm going to head off to Beavers with my youngest son, and we're going to have a few hours of just fun things, I think. I have also had a shower and just made myself look a little bit more presentable. My hair needs a bit of a wash, but yeah, I've not got time for all that today. But also, I've got this lovely basic like sweatshirt on, which I got from Next. They've got multiple colours. I'll link it in the description box below. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like £24. But it's so warm and it's long line and it's just, I can't really show you, but it's just it's so comfortable and warm. So yeah, I'll link these below in case anyone's looking for some basic sweatshirts. So yeah, I'm gonna go make my coffee. So this is the unit that I recently bought. You may remember I had quite a few of you ask to see the finished product. I'll pop a picture on the screen here of what it looked like when I bought it. I bought it for £40 from the Heart Foundation shop, and yeah, this is what I've done with it so far. The drawers are not finished. I haven't done anything with them actually. I need to get some handles for them when I decide what colour. I think maybe gold. I've turned those photos around, sorry. I know it looks a bit funny. It's because my kids are on them with their school clothes on. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. I used the French Chic paint in Creme de la Creme, and it took a lot of work. I don't know how many coats I ended up doing, maybe 5 or 6. but I'm so pleased with it. So yeah, I can't wait to cover this in Christmas decks now, because obviously we are nearly there. So this is our finished dinner. We are all very, very hungry. Sorry for the messy plate. I actually spooned some on the plate to try while it was cooking, and it's really, really good. So the bean mixture from the slow cooker, and we just put that with some whole wheat pasta and then some of the Tesco frozen green beans. And on the top, I've just sprinkled some of the chili flakes and some garlic pepper, which I talk about all the time, and I absolutely love this. So yeah, I sprinkle that on pretty much everything. So yeah, that is dinner tonight. Right, so it's now 10 to 8 in the evening, and my husband is putting the boys to bed as a little treat for me, because I'm just crackered. I'm so tired. I went to the Beavers activity afternoon with my son. It was really lovely. They had about an hour, probably about 2 hours of like Lego building, and there was some competitions running and stuff, and it was a big hall and there was loads of Lego stations. There was some really cool stuff. There was like a ramp set up where they could build Lego cars and, you know, chuck them down the ramp, and yeah, there was just loads going on. It was really good. And then after about 2 hours, that finished. They got some professionals in. This was actually a professional thing, where this company actually brings all the Lego and activities and stuff. And then we went out on a hike with all the beavers. So there was loads of them. I don't actually know how many there were. There was at least 30, and they're all like 6 and 7 year olds. And yeah, it was really interesting, because it was really dark. We were walking, we went on quite a long walk, and it was really nice, but yeah, it was so cold outside. It's literally, I think it's 3 degrees outside, and I'm cold to the core, and yeah, I just feel tired today. So anyway, I have just come downstairs. Like I say, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock now. So my boys are now going to bed. This is quite early for me to get downstairs, get away sort of from bedtime. Normally it's about 8:45 time. So yeah, this is a real treat. I thought I would have a hot chocolate. I'm loving this at the moment. This one is a limited edition praline options. It is 39 calories for 11 grams. I guess this would be about 2 sins. But yeah, it's just really, really nice. It's so chocolatey. So I'm going to treat myself to that. I will measure out 11 grams and I will pop a little dash of oat milk. I've definitely got loads left in my allowance for my oat milk. I think I've used like 1 and a bit of my Healthy Extra A choices. So yeah, I probably will have another hot drink a bit later on as well. But I'm just so cold. But yeah, so I'm going to make my hot chocolate. Quite literally the nicest hot chocolate ever, honestly. If you haven't tried this options praline, I definitely recommend trying it. I got it from Asda, I think. No, I didn't. I got it from Sainsbury's. I first saw it in Asda and it was £4.50, and I thought, oh, that's a bit steep. So I left it, and then I saw it in Sainsbury's at £2.50 on offer. So I picked it up from Sainsbury's, but oh, it's just so lovely to just, I can't even touch this cup because it's so hot, but I'm just so cold. You can probably hear the boiler because I've put the heating on. We are really cold. So yeah, I've got to go and finish the Tesco shop. I am going to do a massive shop, well, for me anyway, because we've run out of everything. Literally, our cupboards are so bare and we just need a really big restock. Tomorrow is our first shop of this month's shopping budget, which is a bit of a tricky one because it's unbelievable. It's Christmas, it's the Christmas one now. But yeah, we really are low, and this is going to be an expensive shop, but I thought I might film it. So watch this space. You might actually see a grocery haul from me, which will be the first for a really long time. But yeah, I think I am going to go and put my feet up now. I'm going to watch a little bit of YouTube, curl up under a blanket with my hot chocolate, and I'll catch you again probably in about an hour for hot drink number 2. Well, if anyone is interested in knowing what sort of state I am in at 9:30 at night, this is it. I'm so tired. I honestly can't even explain it. I can barely function. pretty normal for me. 9:30 bedtimes on a Saturday night. Rock and roll at 41. I didn't bother with a second hot drink. I'm actually too tired. So finishing my night with a glass of water and a tamoxifen tablet. But I thought one thing I haven't covered off is Slimming World. So there's not a huge amount to say. I've not been to group for about 5 months. Gained a bit of weight. I think I'm eating all right overall. The gain probably came from like a couple of months ago. Maybe, actually no, probably about a month ago. Sorry about the lighting. Obviously it's really dark outside and it's just terrible lighting. Yeah, I think I'm going back to my Slimming World group next week. I think I am. I don't know, I really struggle with night times, as you can tell. And my Slimming World group is quite late. So I might just give it a go and see how I get on. I really do want to go back because I miss it, and it's just nice to have something to follow, just something to count, just keep track of things. So yeah, that's my plan anyway. But it's been really nice to be back. I hope I can carry it on. Thank you so much for all of your messages and your continued support, and for just still being here. I hope to catch up with you all in the comments, and I hope to see you really soon in my next one. Bye guys.